Yeah, so welcome to this 3 minute series of buying a property in Ibadan, what you need to know and how we go about it. So strictly, we go into it, buying a property in a prime area. It's also the same thing as buying a property in a developed area. So when we're talking about buying a property in a developed area, what exactly do you have to know? First of all, the reason why you call it a prime area or a developed area is because of the infrastructure. It's because of the location. In a developed area, you've got tarred roads. In a developed area, you've got closeness to central business area, particularly in Ibadan. It has to be close to Bodija, close to Dugbe, close to Mokola. Within it has to be close to the key areas of that particular environment. That's why we call it a prime area, and it's surrounded, quote unquote, with security. The next thing you want to be careful about when you're buying a property in a prime area is that you want to be careful about the person that's going to sweet talk you, because it's in a prime area. It's likely to be over bloated, it's likely to be overpriced because it's in a prime area. The other thing you need to check out for is the rental range within those areas. Don't tell me a prime area, the amount you are renting out, it's maybe about 150 or 250. Your property is not in a prime area, particularly in Ibadan. If it's in a prime area in Ibadan, your rental range also, we speak of a particular kind of range, not low. It's likely going to be very high. Same thing, just like if you consider Aerodome, for example, we have self-con. The self-con that goes for 1 million within Aerodome. So those are your indices to check out if you are currently in a prime area. The other thing you also want to do perfectly is your negotiation. There's no property market you are going into that you wouldn't have to ensure you enter at a lower price. The beauty of real estate is coming into that same market at a lower and a cheaper price. It gives you the edge. It gives you all the edge because it's going to rise. But if you're already buying at a top price in a prime area, it's going to take a while for you to kind of recoup your money, particularly if it's for an investment. So you want to come in at a low price. And that's the only thing that determines that is your negotiation skills. And lastly is the documentation. Truly in a prime area, there's little documentation you want to do because it most likely has probably a CFO, a deed of assignment, a deed of partition. It's not from a family because most of the prime areas have already been allocated, particularly they are GRAs. So there's someone's name on it. You can easily just walk into the Ministry of Land and verify. But you also need to double check, go back there, ask from the people around, ask from the person opposite the property, ask from the person beside the property. Taloni, who owns it? You see, when you're buying a property, that question comes. It should come very often. Taloni, who owns it? So with that, because it's a primary and documentation is easy to verify, and immediately all that is done, I think you're good to go. So I hope in this few series of 3 minutes we've been able to tell you that you can buy a property in Ibadan and you should buy a property in Ibadan. Ibadan.